We're Bison! We are impacted! We're Bison! We're ready to get up! We want to win! Light the fire of power and make us free! We never break down! We want to win! We are impacted! The best team!
Hello and welcome back to TNI-UK Impacted, coming to you live by the Total Nonstop Impact Network on YouTube and Twitch. I'm your host Bison, and today I'm joined by the one and only Joker, and of course the man simply known as Steve. Hello fellas, how are we doing? And how is my internet connection today?
Internet connection is great. And
Absolutely fantastic.
yeah.
Good. It turned out, fellas, before you get into it turned out that they've been doing some work in my street. They've been digging up, doing the gas mains and all the rest of it. And it turned out, while they were doing all of that, they damaged the all the cabling with regards to the fiber optic broadband. So that was what happened. So I got onto the old Sky. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then they got a man on it. They said, geez, we can't keep the Bison off podcasting. I mean, we've got to get this sorted for him. And literally it was sorted. Actually, they finished it today, I think. I think I saw him up the road, just finishing it off today. So I was lucky. But it was a bit better yesterday. They'd done some temporary fix yesterday. And then I think they fixed it fully today by the looks of it. But look at this. Good. Perfect. That's all that matters. It's perfect. Right. What about you guys? What's been going on in your lives? I know Steve's got a job.
Yes. Congratulations, Steve.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Start bringing some money in.
Start bringing in the Wonga. Isn't it? This is too sweet for that. Too sweet for Steve-O.
I can just about get my finger over his...
Oh, Steve, you're leaving me hanging, son. There you go. Boosh. Love it.
I wasn't watching.
So, so it's good to see. What about you, Joe? What have you been up to?
Been sorting out some stuff in the garden with the dogs and that. Watching Sammy staring at lights and chasing nothing for almost 3 hours, just staring at a wall, while Susie's going around chasing the strimmer.
yeah, that's pretty much what the doggies do. Yeah, they love all that. Yeah. And can I just say a quick thank you to Anna and to Courtney there for their super stickers right off the bat. They're enjoying our reminiscing here and our discussions on fiber optic broadband and dogs running around chasing stuff. So it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, right, it's a great start.
Yeah, definitely. And I know that you've been putting the shopping away, Joe. You let us know about that. So there's a few things going on there. And so Steve, you got a new job, which is great news. And is that a new shirt?
No, the old EY one.
Oh yes, well.
Yeah.
Oh, funny enough, mate.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yes. No messing this week. No messing. It's all about them. Remember, this world belongs to them at the end of the day. Yeah, so it's all good. Oh my goodness me, what's going on this week? All the stickers are coming in. So Malachi Punk Trace is slapping us a super sticker as well this week. Thank you ever so much for that, guy. Really means a lot to us when you guys do things like that. Thank you very much. Let's give this guy a smash. Maybe we give him a too sweet as well. Too sweet too.
Yeah,
even more sweet to Anna. Yeah, and Courtney. And we're going to do another one because we know Mir hates it. There you go. So lots of too sweets going on here. But yeah, no. So it's all good. It's all good. Now, lads. No, we've not got a guest this week. I'm a bit disappointed because I was really hoping to try and get a guest in this week because obviously it's one of our weeks where we're not sort of kind of previewing or reviewing anything. I like that. The Beefalo Club. Yes. Should we do that for the Beefalo Club? Beefalo Club for life, baby.
You've stepped over the line now. You've taken it too far.
I like it. Okay, just say a quick hello to everyone in the chat before we sort of kind of get stuck into it. But obviously we've got Bonus Baby. I noticed Mir's in the house. Bonkers is in there, which is great to see. Courtney, of course. Norris,
New
Sparks. Who else
Michael
have we
Campbell,
got in here?
new faces.
I'm scrolling. Malachi Punk is obviously in there. Joe's in there. Nice to see you in the chat, mate. Michael Campbell is in the house. Keith is in the house. Zach Bonifer's in the house. Donald Hill's in the house. Oh my goodness! I'll tell you what, we're doing well this week. Let's all get the Beefalo in for life. Beefalo in for life. Here we go. So it's all good. But guys, we didn't get a special guest in this week, so I was a bit disappointed in that. However, it doesn't mean to say we won't have one in the weeks to come. But we could get slap bang into some of these fantastic user rumors, couldn't we? Because there's some good stuff out this week. I'll tell you what, a quick shout out to Mike Bailey and Vader Scott for getting married in Vegas. I think that was yesterday, possibly. Congratulations to you guys. I saw some of the pictures. Yeah, let's give him a beefalo, mate. He's got to give him a beefalo. It's Devil's beefalo. Yeah, that's too sweet. That's a beefalo. Two different. Or we could go that way.
Yeah.
Go that way for a beefalo. Yes, let's go that way for a beefalo.
Looks more like
that way for a too sweet, and then we could tell the difference. So beefalo, too sweet. There you go.
Yeah. think of it like two fingers and peace.
There you go. Zach's got it. Just too much meat. There you go. Yeah, congratulations to them. There's some lovely photographs been posted on social media. So congratulations to the happy couple. Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, one of the things I wanted to touch on straight away, right off the bat, because I think this is probably the biggest thing that came out of last week's Impact Wrestling, and that was the fantastic 6-woman tag match last week involving Mia Yim, Taya Valkyrie, obviously Jordan Grace on one team versus Gianna Perazzo, Savannah Evans, and of course the current Impact Knockouts champion Tasha Steelz. I mean, what a match! I mean, it definitely was a bam. I'm telling you that now. It was definitely a bam match. It was a great match. I was like, I just can't explain how good I thought this match was. It was amazing to see Mia Yim back in the Impact Wrestling ring. I thought she gave a great account of herself. Staying with Taya, Jordan just looks incredible. I just thought that the chemistry that was in the ring between all 6 of these fantastic knockouts really created a very entertaining and really good match. And as you're the most recent to watch it, Steve, because I think you managed to get it in either today or yesterday, or whatever, what were your thoughts on this match? Because I tell you, I thought it was great.
Yeah, like everything you said. And for me, I thought Jordan shined incredibly well in this match. And I was looking forward to seeing Mia Yim because it's been so long since we've seen her in Impact. And yeah, she looked like a star in this match. I'll be honest, I was surprised to see her get the pin. But the fact that we have only 4 of these women going into the Queen of the Mountain, and we do have Chelsea still to come back into the mix, it still keeps it fresh going forward, doesn't it?
I totally agree with that. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And what about you, Joe? What were your thoughts on this one?
It was mind-blowingly entertaining. I must admit, I was I was looking forward to it in general. But Mia Yim, Jordan Grace, Taya Valkyrie, and Tasha Steelz really, really shone through in this match, and not discounting Gianna Perazzo as well. Before Matthew Raywald sends me a hate message, everyone did fantastic, and but Mia Yim's like, you wouldn't have thought she'd been away, and she wouldn't have thought that her confidence was knocked so badly after leaving WWE. She came, she just shone through like she's back home. She's back in the zone, like when Taya Valkyrie came in, you just saw a completely different side.
Yes,
I
thought Yeah, she looks fantastic, doesn't she? And the entrance that they've come up with. I mean, I know that there was I was watching the interview. We talk about that in a second because she's had a few interviews over the last few days, and one of them is that sort of kind of like stands out where she talks about not necessarily wanting to come back to wrestling, and it was Gail Kim that sort of kind of was the main factor in her coming back to Impact Wrestling. There was some suggestion as well that she sort of kind of wants to retire with Impact Wrestling, which is amazing, which is kind of weird considering they only seem to have her on a 6-month contract. But how true that is, I guess we'll have to see. But maybe that's because she only wanted that just to see how it sort of kind of how it was going to go, how it would all fit in, and already she's loving it by the sound of it. Which is fantastic news, definitely 100%.
And also interesting that she won the match with Gail Kim's finisher.
Yeah,
like a passing kind of the torch. Like,
well, if you think about it, I mean, didn't she lose? Didn't she beat Gail? I'm pretty sure as Jade, she beat Gail.
She did beat Gail Kim, yes, and then
we had one of those.
Gail Kim did the whole promo with "You're the future of the Knockouts division," and that's when Rosemary came out and beat her for the title.
Yeah,
that's right. It was the whole kind of passing of the torch match, very similar to what she did with more recently, obviously with Tessa Blanchard, and of course Tessa then did what she did. But I'm very pleased to have Mia back. I mean, she's actually on the roster page. I saw that she's actually announcing that herself. She's now officially on the Impact roster page, which is fantastic. And I agree with you 100%, Norris, when you say, it just goes to show how tight and strong the Impact Knockouts division really is right now, because it really is super strong. And Mir, just a quick thing there. You've mentioned there about lending TNI-USA a guest since, them had one for a while. How do you think they got Savage Jen? Just saying. But anyway, moving on. So, so I think it's going to be great. And of course, you've got, I don't know what that's all about, but you've got Malachi saying that he's looking forward to the Natalia Markova Taya match at upcoming NWA pay-per-view. I've not seen that one advertised, but that would be a great match. So, if that's the thing, then that'd be great. Apparently, Bison said the T word. I definitely didn't say to Neil. I definitely didn't. But there you go. So I think it's all shaping up. We're the Knockouts division's looking absolutely superb at the moment. So I'm very, very excited to see where this one goes. And of course, you've got Slammiversary. We've got the Queen of the Mountain match. That's going to be interesting how this one pans out as well. I have a funny feeling that Mia Yim could be winning that, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Now, the other thing, which is interesting, because we've actually, we've talked about the promo last week about the box, the TNA box, haven't we? Now, there's a few rumors going around, but one of them, which I really like and I'm down with, is the fact that the TNA box contains a new world title belt, which is based on the version of the big gold TNA title belt. Could you imagine if when we get to Slammiversary, that obviously he comes out with his belt that it is as it is at the moment, and then when Josh beats EY, which I'm sure it's one of those passing of the past era to the new era type matches, they bring the box down and they open it up and present him with the new Impact Wrestling World title. I think that would be pretty awesome. And that's, again, I'm thinking that in my head because in the video promo they're showing Josh is the person that's finding the box. Yeah. And I think when he opened it, there was like a goldy glow which came out.
I think you could add another touch to that, which is something we were leaning towards. Was it Rebellion, maybe? Where you could have someone like Kurt Angle come down with the box. Just have that extra kind of added touch to it. Because, I mean, he was the first person to even win that belt, wasn't he?
Yes. No, I agree. Just a quick say hello to Dead Punk. I didn't notice you drop in there, Dead Punk Gage. And he's saying, steel sharpens steel, top talent pushes top talent to the better. Yim hasn't been really challenged since NXT. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
and that's true. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
you put top talents in a ring together, then they're going to be bloody awesome, aren't they? All of them.
Definitely.
So that's definitely a good one. And yeah, I mean, Dead Punk, if you just put that one up as well. Yeah, I agree. I love the old
Yeah.
TNA, the last TNA World Championship belt that Moose was, holding for a little while is, for me, the best belt. I just,
Definitely.
if they were to replace TNA with Impact Wrestling on that, I think that would be amazing.
And even if that's just the start, and they start to do it with all of them, because all the old belts looked fantastic.
They did. There were some great belts, definitely.
There was
but
rumors flying around last week that the belts were going to get redesigned after Slammiversary, so it's very high possibility.
I don't know. I mean, I really like the other ones. Like, I really like the tag belt. I love the knockouts belt. I think the knockouts belt is very unique, and kind of really stands out. Looks really classy. But it's just, I don't know. The world title belt for me, like, it's never been big enough.
It needs to stand out. It needs to stand out more.
It needs to be big. It needs to be
And
monstrously
especially,
big.
and especially when they brought in the digital media title, which now looks bigger than the world title belt.
Yeah, that's right. Don't forget, mugs available. Yeah, mugs available.
We've got 3 of them here.
But anyway, so I don't know. Be interested to see what actually comes out of that. And they're talking about rumors because there's a difference between reporting a rumor and then reporting a rumor as fact, right?
Yeah.
Pro wrestling sources on Twitter being called out by several Impact talents for reporting blatant bullshit, including Moose, Courtney Rush, to name just a few.
Me.
What are your thoughts on this? I mean, come on, just blatantly making shit up. My source.
For that big wrestling news.
Don't believe anything that you read on the internet.
You know what I'm saying? Seriously. I mean, I just love some of the stuff where he was just totally being. The only thing is with it though is that even if you're calling the guy out and you're literally dissing him, whatever, you're still giving him plenty of kind of, what's the word, like publicity, aren't you? You know what they say. Any news is is good news kind of thing. It doesn't matter if it's negative, but bad, good publicity is all good. Regardless, so he was getting a little bit of, he was getting a lot of retweets on there and everything else, but it was certainly 100% fake news. And I'm
Everything
glad
got taken down eventually. He got that much of a pounding from everybody on the roster, and me, and God knows how many other people.
I put stuff on there as well.
Even Ace Austin was having to go in from Japan, and and Sammy Callahan, and then after Moose got at him. All of his tweets just disappeared.
It's just crazy. It was just stupidity. You don't go around making shit up. I mean, if you get, you could put it out there. Wouldn't this be a great idea? Or, I'd love this to happen. Or, whatever. But don't say my sources tell me. What a load of bollocks. So, no. Anyway,
that son of a bitch.
Exactly, that son of a bitch. Don't fucking follow that idiot. Talks bullshit. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, so moving on from the bullshit, you've got the Death Machine and Moxley to face the Wolves at Wrestling Revolver show to air on Fight. So that's going to be an absolute badass. I'm not sure on the date on that one. I didn't manage to check it out. But it's not this weekend. We'll talk about this weekend in a second. But I mean, the Death Machine, John Moxley to face the Wolves, like I say, a Pro Wrestling Revolver show on Fight, to air on Fight TV. That's got to be a dream match, right?
Oh yeah.
Waiting for that phrase. So since I saw Sammy Callahan come out after the Wolves beat him for Red, I've been waiting for this match because Moxley was out injured as well. He was in rehab, and Sammy Callahan was still obviously had his legs broken, so he was walking with a stick. Since that promo at Wrestling Revolver, after the Wolves had lost their titles,
that's right.
And I'm looking forward to this. I really am.
Yeah, definitely. So again, like I stated before on this show, Wrestling Revolver definitely currently my second favorite US promotion. I really, really enjoy their shows a lot. So I couldn't recommend enough for you guys to go and check these out. This is again an absolute cracking matchup that's not to be missed, and probably worth the, I think it's only about $9.99 or something. It's not crazy money or anything. So it's certainly worth every penny of it just for that match alone. But yeah, so we've already talked about the Mia Yim interviews, haven't we? But going back to it a little bit, I mean, she stated she wants to retire with Impact. She talked about Gail Kim being the main factor in her deciding to come back to wrestling. There was something in there where she talked about feeling like proper dejected.
Yeah.
Almost like she wasn't any good. When obviously she was released from WWE and all that kind of stuff. I'm so glad that Gail Kim obviously reached out to Mia because at the end of the day, she is a fantastic talent and she really does look great. So
yeah,
I'm glad she's back. Now, Impact also this week have released a new 20-year commemorative T-shirt on shopimpact.com. It's got all like loads and loads of different like pay-per-view type posters from all the over the 20 years.
Yeah.
And then I think it's got Impact 20 years on it as well across the middle or something. Again, another black T-shirt. That's the only thing I would say. You need to start maybe releasing these T-shirts in different colors. Like that T-shirt might have been quite nice, in I don't know, like red or white or something, or at least give us an option. At least give us an option to choose another color. That's the only thing. Yeah, but that's the only thing I would say.
Sell a bit better with other colors as well, and also
I think so, because not everybody wants black, do they?
No.
And
not in the summer as well. You need something a bit brighter for the summer.
Yeah, pick and choose for the season as well.
Yeah. Have you seen it, guys? Have you seen the shirt?
I do. It looks all right. Yeah. Some of the posters on there. When I saw like the one from Hard to Kill this shirt, I was like, wow, they got that one on there already. I thought they'd be sticking more back in the earlier days, but they got it from right across the spectrum, which is really good to see. They didn't leave any year out.
Yeah. And one other thing I'd add is they've kind of released it less than a month from Slammiversary. So they haven't really given themselves much time, you feel. It would have been good maybe to have released it a few weeks prior or even a month prior, just after Rebellion maybe.
Maybe, but again, they'll have stock available at the show itself as well, won't they?
Yeah.
That's what you got to remember.
But not everyone can be at the show, sadly.
No, that's true. I would imagine that the most people that will buy that shirt will be the people at that show, though, because they're gonna want to wear it. They're gonna want it to commemorate the fact they were at that show, if you know what I mean. But who knows? We just have and looks like Uncle J Bones joined us in the chat. Good to see you, buddy.
Awesome.
Oh, look at that. Smash This Podcast and PWT 20% off TNI-UK merch to help support the show. There you go.
Fantastic.
Get over there and buy your Lord Bison T-shirt. No, I'm very joking. But you could do if you wanted to, obviously. But yeah, no, it's fantastic. Great to see you, bud. Great to see you. And thanks for the info on that. Yeah, nice to have some fam in the shop. And of course, we've also got SWAC Fan 100 in the house as well. So nice to see you join us as well, mate. Malachi's saying he's not really into buying wrestling shirts. That's cool. If you're not
for everyone.
It's not for everyone, mate. I've got fucking loads. But that's just me. I even decorate in them. I
thought you were then going to say you decorate your house with them.
No. But I've got
who needs wallpaper in his bedroom? Yeah. Who needs wallpaper?
I have got so many shirts, right? Once they start getting knackered and stuff, because I wear mine. Like some people don't, do they? Some people just wear them about 1 or 2 times, and then that's it. They never wear them again. They move on to the next shirt. But I wear mine to death. So once they start getting worn, and all the colours go in and all the rest of it, then I'll wear it doing a bit of decorating. I'll wear it doing the gardening. You know what I mean? I don't care. I'll wear it, mate. I love wearing it. I wear them all the time. So I wear them into work. I'm lucky enough as I'm the boss, I can wear what I like. So I wear, this one I wear it to work a lot because I like my staff to realise, not to mess with the boss, because they got no idea what it's about, half of them.
I'm just thinking they must be scared shitless if they see something like that coming on. If you to get one of Steve Macklin's shirts and come in with all these
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If you have small children, please ask them to leave the room right now.
Yep, exactly. But there you go. But there you go. Also breaking, Tyra Valkyrie stated on Busted Open Radio this morning that she'll be added to the Slammiversary card soon.
Oh, fantastic.
Ooh, excited. Will it be a Reina de Reinas title match?
Maybe.
Most likely. Who's it going to be against, though?
Oh, looking forward to finding out. Okay, so continuing on, we've got Ace Austin continuing to smash it in New Japan Super J's Cup, becoming BFFs with, of course, the Source Alex Zane as well, which I think's been quite sweet to watch on the socials as well. Those two hanging out together,
Fantastic.
And then of course getting in the ring and kicking his ass, which is pretty cool. So I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think Ace is now sitting second in the table. Is that right, Joe?
He's second or third now. Him and Alex Zane were tied at 1 loss each, and like 2 victories in singles competition.
Right.
And so him and Alex Zane were like third down. And so depending on how everybody else did on that card, Ace Austin is second or third now in the entire table.
Okay, fair enough.
Watching them in Japan is just amazing how the fans have taken to Ace Austin. It's unsurprising, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
They seem to love him, don't they? They absolutely love him. But a guy of that kind of ability, and this is the thing that annoys me about the US fans. That they if they'd only watch Impact Wrestling, they would get to see how fantastic guys like Ace Austin really are. Because we see this like week in, week out. But will it bring in views? This is what I want to know, boys.
Maybe.
Do you think that this could start bringing in a new market in Japan to watch Impact Wrestling? What do you think, Steve?
It's possible, but it depends if anything carries over. I think that's the big cause, because we've seen this in the past, haven't we? We've seen wrestlers from AEW turn up in Impact. We've seen wrestlers from New Japan turn up in Impact. We've had the odd wrestler go here, the odd wrestler go there, and we haven't really seen any viewing fluctuate unless there's a big story involved that involves the promotions. I think that is what will draw viewers between if something carries on from one promotion to the other.
Okay, so maybe the Tanahashi stuff then, maybe.
That could do it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not being funny, but we've been seeing even Scott D'Amore tweeted out to the New Japan Pro Wrestling Star about the open door policy. Now, can I just say something here? Have you noticed how Impact Wrestling have stopped using the term forbidden door?
Yeah.
And we're now using open door policy.
Yeah. Which is basically a much more to the point in exactly what it is, rather than some shitty marketing gimmick.
Well, the forbidden door term has just been bastardized, hasn't it?
So
they might as well just say, well, it is, we are what we are. Come in if you want to come in, and here we are.
Yeah, I just think it's amazing that basically Tony took his ball, decided to start using his money to pay for these sort of kind of like terms to make them his own and all the rest of it. When in reality, the forbidden door really is Impact Wrestling. We all know that, and Scott D'Amore. But again, like I said, Tanahashi has challenged Austin to an X Division title match. And it looks like by the fact of Scott D'Amore's been retweeting this, that Scott D'Amore's okay with it. Oh, yeah, okay. As Dead Punk's just said as well.
I can really... Go on, Joe.
Ace Austin said to him, if you can beat me, then I'll consider giving you a shot. And after he beat him, he gave a promo. He sat there and thought about it for literally like 5 seconds and said, you know what, you can have it. If you want to come into Impact Wrestling, then you've got yourself a match. and then Scott D'Amore got involved, and now we've got this match. Hopefully, post Slammiversary, might even become Bound for Glory. But I think it will probably be about the week after Slammiversary when Ace Austin's going through the Ultimate X match.
Yeah, definitely.
I could really see him coming out after the Ultimate X.
Steve, can you just put up SwackFan 100's comment there? Smash the like button, yo. Yes. Come on, yo. You need to smash that like button. Come on, give us a thumbs up. And don't forget, we're on air right now. Why don't you post it all over the socials? Come and join us in the chat. You know what I mean? Come and join us, guys. Come and join. We're live. Come and join us
baby,
live
legends.
right now.
What a comment. What a comment.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So we've got a lot going. Oh, Gary's in the house as well. Hello, Gary.
Yeah,
How are you, buddy?
Team Gary.
Yes, I didn't notice you drop in there, you little monkey. So it's good to see you, Gary. Nice. Thanks for joining us today. We've got a load of people in the chat today. Very exciting. Very exciting. Don't forget.
Oh, baby!
Exactly. Keep putting your comments in, guys, because, at the end of the day, we love it when you guys get involved in the conversation. It makes a big difference. It really does. Please keep commenting. Don't forget to share us all over the socials. Give us a thumbs up. All these things help us. Last week's show, I think we did all right. We got pretty close to 400 views, I think, last week. I think we were 380 something like that. So it'd be good if we can. It'd be great to hit 400. Who's going to help the TNI-UK impacted team of club, the Beefalo Club? Yeah, Beefalo Club for life. If you want to join the Beefalo Club for life, let's see if you guys can help us hit that 400 views this week. How cool would that be? I think that'd be amazing. So it's all good. So here we go. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, it only came out a couple of days ago, but I thought it was absolutely awesome. And that's Impact release a very, very awesome, a very cool Masha Slamovic promo to push this Thursday's match with Havoc. Now, what I'm going to say here is this, right? When they do stuff like this, normally it means that the match is badass. All right? Because obviously this is pre-recorded, right? So they know whether this match is going to be good or not. So you're not gonna push something like this if it's not a good match, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I thought this was really good. I thought it was very well produced. The whole putting crosses once you've beaten somebody or whatever it was, I thought was really cool. The licking of the blunt side of the knife was pretty cool. But I thought this was a really good promo and sort of kind of really sets up this match with Havoc really, really well. And I love the fact that Rosemary responded as well on Twitter, basically taking the mick out of the human, playing with knives and blood and stuff. I thought it was cool. What are your thoughts on this? I'm going to go with Joe first.
It was really, really chilling. That whole thing. It had me really, really on edge and really, really hyped up for this match. It was brilliant. I saw Rosemary's reaction, Gail Kim's reaction summed it up perfectly. It's just really, really chilling, and it just Masha Slamovic has been waiting for real competition, and it was going to be Havoc or Jordan Grace most likely stepping up to the plate. So. I'm really, really glad we're going to finally see Masha Slamovic really push now, and hopefully we'll see Masha Slamovic go on to Bound for Glory with gold in her eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Steve?
Yeah, like you say, the video package was fantastic, and the character work that Masha is now showing, or she's been showing, is fantastic. But we're now seeing it away from the ring. And the crossing off of her, shall we say, victims was very well done. And you felt it was building to her first challenger. And her first challenger being Havoc was a very interesting choice. But I'm more interested in what this is going to be for Decay. Because we've all said that Decay needs something. And I wonder if this is Decay looking at Masha thinking, she's got something. We could have her in Decay.
You reckon?
I wonder. You
I
know,
don't
there's
know.
sort of like a, you know, they're maybe going to put her up against a test, and like if she passes it, then it's like, yeah, she's got something, and we can have her.
Okay, but the trouble is, she's a human.
Oh,
Yeah.
she is, but you know what Rosemary's like.
She'll drag him. She'll drag him back to
Yeah.
the undead realm. Okay, I don't know. I guess you could be right.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where, yeah, you could picture her in it. That's the thing.
Yeah. And actually, I forgot about that. Vader Scott's picture
Yeah,
was on the
she
wall.
was up there, wasn't she?
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me of that, Gary. That's interesting, isn't it? I wonder what that's about. Whether it was just it was a picture of a female. I don't know. But I thought it was good. And did you see? Vader Scott reaction was good as well on socials. So because she obviously picked it up as well. But yeah, interesting. But yeah, I don't know whether Masha would be great for Decay or not. For me, I think Rosemary and Havoc is enough from a female perspective. I think they need another male. I think we need another male monster to play the whole like Freebird rule when it comes to Decay male tag team. When Taurus, for instance, can't make a set of take-ins or whatever, then you've got the other guy, and I still think Madman Fulton would be perfect for that role, but not as Madman Fulton, obviously. I mean, he's the sort of guy that you've got on the roster. You could literally stick a mask on him, cover up his tattoos and stuff, put a full body kit on him, or take off his trousers and put him in shorts or trunks or something, or a completely different look. And if he's got a mask on, you wouldn't know it was him.
No, apart from the dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then any kind of monstrous character could have dreadlocks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've
Well,
always said
we've been calling that for ages, haven't we? Wanting him to join it.
I've always said, right, I've had an idea, and I've had an idea for a long time about creating a faction which is very similar to the Whisperers from The Walking Dead, right? Where they wear the masks of the walkers and everything, right? And I've always said Madman Fulton would make the perfect beta character for that, because he's so big, he's tall, he's a big, strong guy. I think he'd be perfect, personally. So if you could imagine like a new kind of, you could almost have him in a kind of like, I don't mean exactly the same as Kane, but how Kane used to wear the full arms, gloves, the full kit, right? The full kit with a mask. You wouldn't have a clue who it was, just some dude coming in the ring being a complete dominant badass. I think it'd be cool.
They need to do something with him when he comes back.
The Madman Fulton gimmick it's not working. It's not doing anything. He's just a big guy. He's just a big dude that comes in with his dreadlocks, and that's it. There's no real character to him at all.
No.
Which is weird. But Gary's right. Masha would probably fit into VBD better.
Yeah, that's a good call.
But I don't know. We just have to see. We just have to see how it goes. But I honestly think that I don't know. But Mia's saying Black Taurus does Decay need a new member?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're kind of almost saying like you don't appreciate it.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I think, I'm not talking about replacing you, buddy. I'm talking about in addition to you.
It's not a bad shout.
Yeah, Shogun would be a good one.
There you go. Shogun again would be pretty good. Shogun would also be pretty good. Again, maybe Shogun would be good for Violent by Design as well. Then I don't know. There's lots of things that you could probably look at, and I get what you're saying. I'm not saying they necessarily need any more members in Decay, but with the problem that we talked about. I mean, we had Steve, we had Crazy Steve on a couple of weeks ago. He talked about the reasons why they can't really push Decay as a tag team, a male tag team, based on the fact that they can't always guarantee having Taurus at every tapings. So if you start putting him into a meaningful storyline, it could get stopped the following set of tapings. So that doesn't make any sense, and I get it totally. But what I'm saying is,
I mean,
if they were to introduce another male, another monster, so you get 3 males, 2 females, that's Decay. Then you can execute the Freebird. So they could come out like VBD are doing. They could come out and it could be the new monster and Crazy Steve. It could be the new monster Black Taurus, or it could be Taurus Crazy Steve. You just don't know who you're going to get, and then you could turn them into a dominant tag force.
I tell you what. I tell you one person we could get.
Go on. J-Bone! 51-50, baby.
Good day, everyone.
Hey.
I was going to try to sneak in here and sneak out, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just wanted to add this lovely little overlay. And I know I put this in the chat earlier, but this is just for, you can plug this at the end of the show or whatever. Yep. So this is the PWT's Memorial Day sale going on. It's not just today. It's today through May 30th.
Wow.
You get 20% off and free USA shipping on orders over $150. That's a lot of merch. Use code Memorial22 to get 20% off. So
that, guys.
Great way to help support the show.
There you go.
There's some tremendous new designs in there. Some TNI-UK and TNI OG's stuff from Wand of the Dead. So go check that out. And everyone have a safe rest of your week and a tremendous weekend. And we'll see you on Thursday.
J-Bone, are you joining the Beefalo Club?
Oh, I love me some Beefalo.
There you go, Beefalo Club, baby. No, it's the other way. It's the other way. This way.
Oh, this.
The horns, like, yeah, the Beefalo.
This isn't part of the Tickle Club, is it, or something?
No.
Okay.
No, this is the Beefalo Club, baby, and this is what's going on right now. It's it's the boys in the chat. They come up with it. And we're going with it. Beefalo, Bullet. See, that's the Bullet Club. This is the Beefalo Club.
And it's all too sweet.
Exactly. Take care, buddy.
Take care, man. Good seeing you.
Take care. Nice to see you. Well, there we go. How about that? Uncle Bone. Big bad Bone Daddy is in the house. Yeah, we love it. Nice to see you, buddy. Nice to see you. We don't see him enough, do we?
No, not enough.
We don't see him enough. I don't know. All this bloody time zone business. It's a pain in the ass.
Everyone
great
should just
to see
look
him.
into the void, then everyone's in one space.
That's it. It's great to see the boy. Great to see the Bone. So, guys, head over to Pro Wrestling Tees on the Memorial Day 22. Or was it Memorial 22, is it? I think was the promo code. Go and check it out. Got some great shirts on there now. Some great new designs and some of the old ones as well. I just can't think anything better than getting a 20% off your next Lord Bison T-shirt. I just can't believe it. How cool is that? Memorial 22. Go get your shirts now. I don't know. There you go. But there you go. So loads of people in the chat. Let's make sure we go over and check that out. We'll talk about that a bit later as well. So anyway, with regards to the Masha promo, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up, baby.
Thumbs up, baby. What about you guys? Here's the question. I'm going to put it to you guys in the chat. Masha Slamovic promo, is it a thumbs up or is it a thumbs down? Let us know in the chat. Right, okay, so...
Give a thumbs up to the production as well. They've been on fire lately.
Yes.
Yeah, they have. Definitely. Now, here's the interesting one. This is what I didn't want to go too deep into the Wrestling Revolver stuff. So this Saturday at Wrestling Revolver Vegas, we've got exclusively on Fight TV, Trey Miguel will face Kenny King for the Remix title. So... obviously, Trey being the current Remix title, facing Kenny King. I think that's going to be a great match. I think you guys need to start, if you're not watching Wrestling Revolver on Fight or you're not going to the shows or whatever, you need to check this one out, because I'm telling you, their shows. I started watching them when he started to bring them back onto when it come back after the pandemic, and I've not missed one since. They are great. They are great. They're worth every penny. Go and check them out. Go and check them out. I can't say it enough. Fantastic show. Some of the matches they've had. I mean, plus, if you're a Drake Chris fan like me, my buddy Jake, then you get to see him quite regularly, which is also pretty cool because he's on the card most shows. So that's really good. But Moose versus Bailey, Mike Bailey was incredible.
Yeah,
right.
Josh Alexander versus Mike Bailey was awesome too,
mate. Unbelievable.
I love this match.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. We love those matches. They were fantastic. But yeah, so make sure you go and check that out this Saturday on Fight. It's the Vegas show for Wrestling Revolver. Make sure you go and check that out. 100% pure beef, fellow. Love it. That's for sure. Lots of meat slapping. But here's an interesting one. So after several very positive tweets with regards to being happy and Impact Wrestling being her home, do you think we will see Taylor Wilde return to at Slammiversary? What are your thoughts on this one? I'd like to know what you guys think in the chat. What about yourself, Steve? What do you think on it? Are we going to see Taylor Wilde as part of the kind of retro performers? And we're going to get onto some of that in a second. But do we think we're going to see Taylor Wilde back?
I think we have to, really. You know, even if we don't see her in a wrestling, perspective, I think we have to see her, Gail, even someone like Roxy Laveau. You know, people who helped build the Knockouts division for the 20 years, the anniversary. You know, you have to see some of these people. You know, get Awesome Kong back. So yeah,
ODB.
ODB. So yeah,
I'll tell you what.
I'll
tell you what then. So we're in agreement. I think we're all in agreement that Taylor's going to be back by Slammiversary. Let's now discuss who we might see return for an appearance, just an appearance, or maybe a final run. You know, so they come in at Slammiversary and maybe they get a little run in the next set of tapings or whatever. But primarily, who we think may turn up at Slammiversary. Now, I'm going to go first on this one, right? Because I think there's a big possibility that we could see some of these guys. So we've got James Storm. Now, we know that he's not wrestling at the moment, but there's no reason why he couldn't just turn up and make an appearance for the 20th anniversary.
Definitely.
We've got Matt and Jeff Hardy. I think we could see them come through the open door policy. We could see Bully Ray. We could see Velvet and Angelina. Can you imagine the beautiful people turning up?
Yeah.
Maybe a little reunion with Madison Rain. That'd be quite cool. We just talked about Taylor Wilde. You got Sarita, possibly. We've got Brooke Tessmocker. Again, none of these necessarily have to wrestle, but they could turn up and make an appearance. You know, some sort of backstage segment, or maybe there's some sort of big thing that goes on. You know, where they pay testament to some of the amazing stars of the past. You've got Chris Harris. Well, we know Chris Harris is possibly available. We've got Amazing Red. Now, I still believe that Amazing Red could turn up in the Ultimate X match, but we'll have to see. You got the likes of Monty Brown. Now, Monty Brown, again, you know, he's not been wrestling for years, but it doesn't mean to say he could turn up. You know, period. You never know. You just never know. Of course, we've then got the Fallen Angel, Chris Daniels. Could he even make an appearance as Curryman? Who knows? You know, what are your guys' thoughts? Awesome Kong would be great. Tara would be fantastic. We know that they've been doing, you know, the alternative commentary. Why not? What do you think, guys? Steve's a pretty good historian when it comes to some of the old school TNA. What are your thoughts?
Personally, I think if you're looking at like some of the historians, I mean, we've touched on Kurt Angle, haven't we?
Yes.
So I think he'd be a great person to bring back. I think someone like a Ken Shamrock would be fantastic. I think this is an interesting one, but I think now would be an interesting time for Su Yung to come back with her Church of Joshi. So you're bringing something like the disciples of the new church. So you could bring someone like a James Mitchell back and kind of touch on what they had back in the NWA days, something similar like that.
Yeah.
Something like the Naturals back in the 2004 era.
Okay.
I'd even go for someone like a Raven. Raven was a big back in the day. You know, he was a big part of that.
Yeah.
And I mean, whether it would be controversial or not, I think there's a big chance we could see someone like a Jeff Jarrett.
You think?
Yeah.
Or Dixie? What about Dixie?
Maybe Dixie. And
Dixie's already been really vocal on Twitter about everything.
Yeah. One thing I will add as well, I think and again, this is also a case, Impact can only do 50% of it. The wrestlers and the talent have to accept it too, you know.
Of course, yes. Yeah.
But I would love if in the main event we see Mike Tenay call the main event.
That would be cool. Yeah, that would be really cool.
I mean, it would be amazing if Don West was there too, but you know, with the situation, sadly, at the moment with Don West, he's not going to be available.
Yeah. I have a feeling that we could see a guest commentator like Mike Tenay.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, even if they could get like someone like Mike Tenay and the Pope to do it, that would be cool.
Yeah, I'm not saying they should do it on their own. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing one of those two join the team, so we get their voice involved in it. I'm not sure I would, you know, because I think Tom is doing such an amazing job.
Yeah, like they had last year's Rebellion, the 3-man booth, Mike Tenay, Hannafin, and Raywald.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think that would be really cool. Again, there you go. Look, Taryn Terrell's being thrown around. Awesome Kong's being thrown around.
The Flying Elvises. I would mark out for the Flying Elvises. I know Sonny Siaki can't wrestle no more, but...
Roxy.
Yeah, Roxy. I don't even know what she's doing now.
Would be awesome.
But yeah, the Voodoo Queen herself, that, you know, her original gimmick, and then was it Hardcore Queen, something like that? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. I think that it would just be absolutely phenomenal. I mean, and you know, we all know that, you know, we need to see oh god, I've got Tracy Brooks. We need Tracy Brooks, don't we?
Goldilocks.
Goldilocks, good call.
Goldilocks would be good. Yeah. No, I think
even we could even see Vince Russo back.
Oh man, can you imagine? There's the other thing: the original LAX, Homicide, Homicide, and
Hernandez. And they could even come out with Conan.
Exactly. I mean, it would be so cool.
There's so many opinions. There's so many things that could happen.
So many things. So many things that could happen. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a really good show. I think it's going to be one of those, you know, if you don't watch it, you're a fool. If you have the opportunity to go, you should go. Because, you know, you're not going to see anything like this again. You know, maybe in another 20 years. You never know. When we're celebrating 40 years of Impact Wrestling. But again, yeah, Zach, see, I've got this feeling. I mean, Amazing Red is still fully active talent. I know that he's looking to retire at the end of this year. So that would be cool. Amazing Red in the Ultimate X at Slammiversary would be really, really cool. So I'm down with that. What about Crimson? You know, maybe we could see Crimson come back.
I loved Crimson, and I loved him and Jack Stane. Is it the War King, something like that?
I think it was something like that. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, and I loved them as a tag team. But it's one of those things where they're not the first thing that come to mind when I think of like TNA in the history.
No, I know that, but I think it's about, you know, you got to look at sort of kind of like who's active. So who's currently active? You could look at the who could potentially get in the ring, and you've also got to look at the ones that aren't active that could possibly just turn up and be sat in the front row, or you know, because I mean, how cool would it be if, like, I don't know, you got, like, you know, Monty Brown sat in the front row or something? Just that would be really cool. Just watching the show would be really cool. Doesn't even have to get in the ring. Just him being there would be really cool, right?
Yeah, like I say, if they do a handful of video messages from wrestlers, that would be something.
Yeah, see, I mean, I just think
Yeah.
there's loads of possibilities.
It won't happen, but even if they get video messages from wrestlers like AJ and Bobby Roode, that would be fantastic. But
But
I
why
really
wouldn't it happen?
Because
WWE won't
WWE don't tend to do things
Mate.
unless it benefits them. Sadly,
Well, who knows? I mean, we had Mickey James turn up in the Royal Rumble, waving around the Impact, title belt. Who knows?
Yeah,
maybe
but
maybe
they-
the favor
they
could
really
be
needed
some
it, didn't they?
messages. Yeah, but maybe there could be some messages from former, TNA talents, Bobby
Yeah.
Roode,
I'm not
Bobby
holding.
Lashley.
I'm not holding my breath though.
You just never know.
No.
And how cool would it be? Because can you imagine the headlines?
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine the headlines the following day or that night? It would just go absolutely insane, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But I guess, we just have to wait and see.
I just hope we get something. I would feel very disappointed if come the end of the night we had one person.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But it could be somebody really big. I mean, I'd like to see Kurt Angle. I mean, we know. I mean, I do want to mention that Kurt Angle's obviously just had double knee surgery this week. So I don't know what state his legs would be in. Right.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what state is. Yeah, I'm not sure what state his legs would be in a month's time.
Yeah. But he wouldn't have to, even if he didn't do too much. He could probably still come down to the ring in a wheelchair or do something.
I'm going to say
couldn't
this.
he?
I'm going to say this now. I got no idea what your legs are going to be like with double knee surgery after a month. I got no idea.
No.
I can't imagine it's too great.
It's not good at all.
So, but who knows? I mean, Tara would be good. I don't know. There's just so many fantastic stars of TNA past.
Tara, Tracy Brooks, and SoCal Val have been doing commentary anyway, haven't they? So they're in backstage.
There's no reason why they could do stuff. Well, you say that, but I think they're the SoCal Val and stuff's been doing stuff as well. But I mean, that's all.
Yeah, who knows? Could even see The Rock.
Yeah, there you go. He inducted Shamrock, a couple of years ago. So again, at that time though, he's not actually contracted to WWE. So that's a very slightly different scenario. He could pretty much do whatever he likes. But I mean, it's still cool that he did it. I think it's very cool that he did it. Now, there was something else I wanted to mention as well, which I think is really clever marketing. Over the past few days, we've started to see roster members posting their 20-year comparison pictures. Obviously, with the hashtag Impact20, an Impact20 logo and all that kind of stuff on it. I think it's really clever, and some of them are great. Like, did you see the one of Gallows? Like, his 20-year ago picture, the dude was jacked.
Yeah.
He was an absolute beefcake. He was massive. There was a really cool picture of Chris Saban as well with loads of hair.
Eddie Edwards did one too. That was quite good.
Yeah, there were some really, really good ones. I think it's a really, really good marketing ploy. I really like it. What are your thoughts?
I enjoyed it. It's great to see, especially guys like Chris Saban and guys who've been in the industry for like 20 years or so. So that they've seen TNA from start to finish, or they've been apart from TNA from start to where it is now. It's great to see. I'd like to see one from Eric Young, and I'd like to see one from Ace Austin as well, because he'd only be about 20 years ago, so it'd be really cool to see.
I was just waiting for someone like an Ace Austin to pop one up of him as a kid, just as a joke kind of thing.
Imagine Chris Bay 20 years ago, be like 8 years old or something. Yeah, that would be quite funny. But can I just reply to Andrew? You just put Andrew's comment up there for me.
Yeah, I was then spotting that one. Yeah.
We're not saying that's not what we're saying, mate. What we're saying is it would be a little bit disappointing if that's all they did. At the end, that's what we're saying. We're not saying that that's what they're going to do. We're just saying it would be disappointing if that's what happened. I think we're going to get more, and I'm really, really looking forward to the show. I think it's going to be great. So just answering your little question there.
Yeah,
Andrew.
and sometimes you can build things up in your head to overbuild it, and then when it doesn't happen, it can feel like a disappointment, can't it?
Exactly.
I think
it's like that film, isn't it? It's like that film that gets the super hype, and then you're like, oh my god, this is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing, and then you go and watch it, and it's it's only an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know, and you're disappointed because it's not a 9
so,
or it's not
so
a 10.
don't have in your head, oh, so and so is going to hear. So you're going to have 30 surprises, and then when 6 show up, you think, oh,
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm pretty sure we're going to see it through. I like that. Zach's putting, I want to see TNI crew to jump on this and post hashtag Impact20 with their 20 year ago pictures.
Oh God, I can't remember if I've got any pictures of me when I was 13, 14.
I'm gonna have to have a look. I would. I
20
probably
years
have.
ago.
I probably have. I was. So I'm 48 now. So I would have been. Like I say, I would have been 28. So yeah, what an old bastard.
I do have a baby picture of me somewhere. I found that that came up on my Facebook timeline a couple of years ago.
Nobody wants to see pictures of me at 28. I'll tell you that.
I'll find a picture of me as 2 and put that up and compare it to now just for the sake of it.
Yeah, definitely. But no, that would be quite funny actually. Get the TNI crew to do it. I don't know. Nobody wants to see a picture of me at 28. I can assure you.
Sad thing is, I was probably taller.
You probably really. I was taller. Do you know what? Right. I have my yearly, you know, where I just go in and have a yearly medical, whatever the other day. Apparently, I've got a 1 inch shorter.
Yeah, I've had. Yeah, that's happened to me.
I'm like, what? How does that happen? How does that happen? Anyway, there you go. Apparently, I'm 1 inch shorter than I was last year, lads. Just there, you know. But there you go. So yeah, I think that's a real clever bit of marketing now, and I think I think it's really cool, really cool. Maybe, like I say, maybe we can get the TNI crew to do it as well. I'm gonna have a look, see what I can find. If I can find some pictures of me at 28, then I'll post them up. Okay, so we then move on to what we've got going on. What's that? That's what she said. There you go. You do.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You do shrink when you get older. You're right. But come on, I'm only 48. Jesus. Anyway,
We might have to get ourselves tested after this.
I think we will. So let's go on to the digital media exclusive match of this week, which was Vincent versus Hikuleo. It was okay. I don't want to go into too much detail. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't quite. Didn't live up to what I was expecting it to. As we all know, big fan of Vincent. But you know, again, like you say, you know, it's a win for Bullet Club, I guess, to put in the bank. But you know, I don't know. What were your thoughts? I know that Joe's got some thoughts on this one. What about you, Joe? Did you see it?
I was disappointed, to be honest. It was too one-sided for me. Vincent didn't get hardly any offense in. It was just to let everyone know Hikuleo's here while El Phantasma was over in Japan. Really was the whole point of this match to me. It really didn't have anything that really stood out.
Yeah. Oh, to be fair, I'm going to go with Mir. I'm going to agree with Mir on this one. It was a way better match than obviously the digital media match we had last week.
Yeah, it's much better than that, you know. But still, it's just still. I was hoping to see more from Vincent, and he just couldn't get any offense in.
No, I think it was a playing on the fact that Hikuleo is so big.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were playing on with this one. That Hikuleo, that Vincent just couldn't compete with him because he was so big. But there you go. I mean, it's one of those matches. Did you see it, Steve?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I mean, I'm very interested to see Hikuleo again because I don't think we've seen him since Bound for Glory. So,
no,
I was always quite impressed with him. So I'm quite intrigued to see the match, and like I say, hopefully we see him stick around for a bit again, because I was quite impressed with him from what I saw.
We didn't see him do any promo work, did we?
No, he always came across as that big guy that didn't talk.
Yeah, he's sort of like the big dude in the background.
Yeah.
The insurance policy dude.
That's it.
He's one of those. Yeah, I get it. Okay, so all we'll say is it was better than last week's, but not as good as we were hoping it could be. Let's put it that way. Okay, so we then so it becomes available on Saturday, I believe, for everyone who doesn't have subscriptions or whatever. So you know, worth checking out. You know, definitely worth checking out because if you haven't seen Hikuleo for a while and you're a fan of Vincent, you know, whatever, it's worth checking out. You then got the BTI match, which is advertised for tomorrow night, which I'm going to say now, I think this is going to be an absolute barn burner of a match. So we've got Laredo Kid versus Black Taurus. Now, the reason I think this is going to be a great match more than anything else is we know that Black Taurus is extremely athletic in his in his offense, just in general. We know that Laredo Kid, again, extremely athletic, both lucha libre style. Now, I just think these guys will have probably fought each other a lot in Mexico, AAA or wherever else. So I think we're in with a pretty highly polished, really good match. I'm looking forward to it. And of course, we know that it's going to be 7 to 10 minutes long. So it's going to be pretty enjoyable. And I think this is what I like about these BTI matches. A lot of people are like, oh, they got, they're on BTI, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but, if you put them on BTI, then you're giving them the opportunity to shine. That's what you're doing because you're giving them more time to actually get out there and put out a really good match. That you don't necessarily have the time for that on the main show. So, I think these are great. I'm up for this one. I'm giving this one 100% pure beefalo on this one. What are our thoughts, boys? Let's go with Joe.
Laredo Kid put a tweet out as soon as this match was announced that you guys are going to regret missing this. Basically, is something and I'm looking forward to it. I'm so gutted that Laredo Kid and Mike Bailey both couldn't be in the Ultimate X, and I'm gutted that Black Taurus is obviously not going to be a part of it. But so to see these two have a big match on BTI is just going to be fantastic because both of them are absolutely amazing athletes. It's just so great to see. I'm really looking forward to it.
Right. Okay. And what about you, Stevie?
Yeah, like you say, that these two have so much history with their AAA history. They've probably fought each other more times than they can count, which shows that they probably have so much chemistry. I believe it's the first time they probably faced off in Impact.
I believe so.
Yeah. So, but that won't be a first time, because like I say, they've got a lot of history in AAA. So it's going to be an instant classic. It really is. And you wonder if it's going to lead to anything further, because Laredo Kid's been hit, close but no cigar to the X Division title.
Yeah.
And Black Taurus feels like he's a bit lost as well. So you wonder if it is just a one and done, or if it is a step towards something for either man.
You never know. I mean, they could put him in some kind of some kind of sort of feud of some sort. I don't know. We just have to see. Can I just say a quick hello to Terence? It's nice to see you join us, buddy. With regards to BTI, I think there was a good move, moving it over to YouTube, moving it on to, I think is it on Facebook or something?
It's on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
It's on all the socials.
It's on all the socials. I think that's a good move because again, it's giving people more options to watch the show. It works well for me, and I literally wake up in the morning and watch BTI, and then I go to the gym, and then I come back, and then I watch the show. So when I say watch BTI, I don't watch BTI. I watch the clapback moment of the week because I quite like that.
Yeah,
I watch
the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I watch Iceman's Intel, and then I watch the match, and then that's what I watch. There's no point in watching the recap from the previous week because I've watched the show. It makes sense doing that if you didn't watch the show, then go and watch BTI. But there you go. I don't know, but I quite like it. I quite like BTI. I like the way they treat the matches on BTI. I think it's great. Get some good matches, well worth it. So we then move into Impact Wrestling, and advertised on the show, we've got Trey Miguel versus Alex Shelley in an Ultimate X qualifier. Now, that's well, I think that'll be the opening match. That's why I mentioned it first. So I think that'll be the opening match. What a potential match that's going to be. I don't know. I'm assuming Trey's going to win, but from a nostalgia point of view, maybe Alex Shelley's going to win this one. But I think I would just like to see the Motor City Machine Guns in a match at Slammiversary. So I don't want him to win. I want Trey to win. What are your thoughts on this?
I want Alex Shelley to win. I think Trey Miguel's had too many shots at the X Division title now. So moving on to something else. Alex Shelley in the Ultimate X would be great to have another classic TNA veteran in the match. We got Kenny King in there already, so let's get Alex Shelley in there too. And because I can see Steve Macklin and Chris Saban going at it for at Slammiversary, or some because there's still that tension between them. Maybe Jay White and Steve Macklin or Chris Saban again, triple threat at Slammiversary.
Yeah.
But I think Trey Miguel's had too many shots at the X Division title, since then, and so give him a break from it and let him rebuild himself back up.
Okay.
But they're taking nothing away from Trey Miguel because he's an absolutely amazing talent. And I only earlier on today I put a tweet out praising the top 6 guys in the X Division, like Mike Bailey, Ace Austin, Trey Miguel, Chris Bay, Rich Swann, and bloody forgot who the other guy was I put down. And
Okay.
but I think it would be great to
where's he gone?
see someone different.
Where's he
But
Who is it?
He's back.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Do your freeze. Just do a freeze. Anyway, that's my
is it breaking up?
That's my terrible joke. Just my terrible joke. It's all right, Joe. We're all good. We heard most of it. It's all good. But sounds good. No, I think for me, I think it's not that I don't want to see Alex win, because I'd love to see him win. I'd love to see him in the Ultimate X match. I've just got this feeling that from a nostalgia point of view, for Slammiversary, a Motor City Machine Guns match against, I don't know, like maybe the Briscoes would be pretty cool. But
It's an interesting call.
I can't see it happening. I think there's too much negativity around Wentz at the moment.
Yeah,
No.
I do agree with it.
I don't want to see him back. No, not after what's happened. I don't want to see him back. I don't think it's not worth it. All the heat building up on the company.
Not right now. Not right now. Just let the dust settle a bit, and then maybe at a later date.
Yeah.
That's not to say that.
Not
I'm not saying I'm not saying I believe everything that's gone on.
Oh no.
I'm just saying there's just too much negativity around it at the moment.
Also, do you feel, to a degree, Trey has outgrown the Rascals?
It's not about Trey has definitely. I don't think we want to see the Rascals. I think if he was to come back, maybe it'd be in a different guise. I don't know. Just not right now. But Mark, nice to see you, my friend.
Yeah.
Nice to
great.
see another family member joining us.
But
Fabulous.
It would be great to see Shelley in the match, but you get that feeling that they're going to go back to what they know and just go Trey again, which feels wrong.
What, for the Ultimate X match?
Yeah, Trey's had
Not to me.
Trey's had 6 months as the Ultimate as the X Division champion, and you feel that when he lost it, that was a chance to propel him, and now he's going. He's had his rematch, and now he's getting another shot.
Well, he's getting a shot, but it's an Ultimate X match, completely different. Like I said, for me, it's not about Trey. For me, it's about Alex. I just think a Motor City's Machine Gun reunion for the Slam 20 makes perfect sense to me. Rather having those two in separate matches, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I just think that the Motor City Machine Guns were getting a massive pop.
Well, personally, I don't know, but I think it would have been good to have someone. I was surprised when this matchup was even announced. I would have put maybe Shelley versus Bailey and Laredo Kid versus Trey.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If I was thinking we would get I forgot where I was going with it now. Bollocks. Never mind.
Have you disappeared into the void again?
Yeah, my mind just went completely bloody blank.
Sadly, understood about half of that.
Exactly. Zach, you're making an interesting point, but that match is on tomorrow night. So I'd be very surprised. I mean, you might get, or maybe we'll get a nostalgia match. Motor City Machine Guns, hear me out. Motor City Machine Guns versus Kaz, Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel.
former Bad Influence, one of my all-time favorite teams. You know,
There you go.
I would easily take it. I mean, you know, if it again, it would never happen. But if they could get Rude back and reform Ego, the Extraordinary Gentlemen's Organization, mind blown.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's loads. I mean, there's just so many different options out there. I'd be surprised to see Rude turn up, but you never know. I guess.
That is still one of the greatest groups I think that they've ever come up with. Ego.
Yeah. No, it'll be interesting, definitely. So we then got VBD with Josh Alexander versus VBD versus Josh Alexander and the Briscoes. My God.
Take my money.
Oh, that's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be incredible. You know, obviously, we're getting the first glimpse there of Josh and EY going at it. They give us a little glimpse, which would be good. You know, the Briscoes are just fucking awesome. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment, which I think could be pretty badass. That's going to be mind blown match type scenario.
This could really lead into something. I mean, especially with who wins this match. I mean, with how VBD have been booked recently, you really feel like they have to get the win here to give them any credibility going forward.
I'm wondering whether this is sort of kind of like forward in the storyline with regards to obviously the Briscoes versus VBD. You've got, you know, EY versus Josh Alexander. Is this just one to forward that storyline, or is it forward in both storylines?
I mean, just imagine the scenario if someone like Dina pinned Josh. Just imagine that sort of scenario. What, you know?
Who booked this shit? That's what the question would be. Who booked this shit?
Yeah. I mean, it would be one of those sort of scenarios where EY would be sort of looking like, yeah, the plan is coming together.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
I don't know.
We've made you look like this for 6 months, but you played it to perfection.
Yeah. Like, you've lost. You've taken those pins, but now you've just pinned the world champion.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know. I think they'll probably have it where Eric pins him.
Eric pins Josh.
To sort of kind of like make it interesting for the obviously for the big main event. But I think we can all agree that I think it's going to be a bloody good match. Either way, it's going to be a bloody good match. Okay, so the one that I'm not so sure about is the Shearer and Singh versus Gujar and Morrissey. This to me is almost like, let's get Morrissey on TV. I just don't understand what this one's about, really. I understand, you know, Morrissey came in and stuck up for Gujar and all that kind of stuff. I get it. But I don't understand why it was Morrissey.
It kind of feels to me like a respect thing, you know, like I see something in you and I respect it. That's what it... Because to me, I was like, well, what on earth? And then, you know, when Gujar was like, well, I don't need your help. And there was a look in Morrissey's eyes like, no, you've got something. And I respect you, you know, I want to help you, you know. So that kind of gives me like that kind of vibe between him, like, you know. So I think it's more about a case of like, you know, you're a big guy who's athletic and I'm similar stature and I can respect you.
With regards to Morrissey and Gujar, Morrissey's massive. He's well over... He's about another foot taller.
Oh, he is, but, you know, Gujar's still a big guy, isn't he?
I don't know, mate. You're not convincing me on this one.
I
just don't get it.
But what I will say is, the more I look at it, the dynamics are so skew with Gujar and Morrissey are just here, and Singh and Shearer are just here, sadly.
I don't know. It's not for me, this one. But, you know, could be wrong. It might turn out to be an amazing match. You know, Impact do suddenly throw these like curveballs at you every now and again. And then you do end up with egg on your face sometimes because you sit there thinking this is going to be bollocks, and then it turns out to be great. So you just never know, do you? But we then have, sorry, I don't want to avoid you on this one, Joe, but this one, I think you've got something to say. We've got Masha Slamovic versus Havoc. Now, we touched on it earlier with that great promo. Give us your rundown on what you think's how you think this one's gonna pan out.
Oh God. Let's hope the connection stays intact. It's going to be really interesting. With Havoc has been on a bit of a hit and miss for a while, and so she's fired up because if she wins this, then Decay are going to get another shot at the tag team titles. That's what Madison meant. That's what they've got in their head. Because Havoc's the one that's taken all the pins recently.
Yes.
But Masha Slamovic hasn't been challenged by anybody since she stepped into the ring, apart from Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah.
So this has been something I've been looking forward to for ages. It was going to be, like I said, Jordan Grace, Deonna Purrazzo again, or Havoc to take on Masha Slamovic once her momentum has finally hit this peak where it's how many more times can we give her a 2-minute match?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing that we've been calling for, isn't it? We've been saying, look, you've been giving her all these squash matches. It's now time we need to start putting her in with a proper, a real talent that's on the roster, and let's give her a good match. Let's give it more than 30, 40 seconds, right?
Yeah. Well, one thing I do like is Masha Slamovic and all of her matches, especially as the most recent ones, she's just become like a cat and mouse thing, a cat playing with the mouse rather than I win, that's it, it's over. She's been playing about with them more, so you can see the confidence building, and you can see this really nasty side of her coming through too. So it's going to, so she's almost like the same sadistic level as Havoc. Yeah. So it's going to be no intimidation on either side. It's going to be a proper hot set fight.
Yeah, definitely. And what's interesting here is, like, Mira's got it right. Masha's being portrayed as almost like the female Goldberg at the moment, which is quite funny. Interesting what Swagman's saying there as well. I can actually see Masha winning this. Well, she's 100% going to win this. The build-up for her has been really good, but Havoc winning could be big for her. Very interesting in his opinion. So, and of course we got bonus baby. We get loads of stuff coming up at the moment. His predictions for Masha Havoc match. Somebody is going to get hit really hard. I think you're right there. And like I said, I think the way that they promoted it must be a good match. Because they wouldn't have gone full out saying, look, come on, this is the match you need to be watching on this card.
Yeah.
By adding these sort of kind of promos. And you're right, Anna, you're right. I agree with that. Again, if Havoc loses again, where does that leave her and Decay?
Especially because it looked like they were going to challenge for the Knockouts tag titles after what we saw on Impact this last week. And if they keep losing, you don't feel like they're going to win, do you?
No, that's the trouble. It's like when they come out, it's like, oh, another loss. Who are they putting over this week? Yeah, it sort of kind of does feel a bit like that. The beauty with Decay, though, is you could throw him into all sorts of storylines, and a drop of a hat because they're just so good at that. When you've got someone like Rosemary then and Steve, who, as we found out, is extremely creative and a big part about with all of these sort of things. They can sort of kind of take the loss, but then, they could suddenly be in a completely different storyline the following week. However, the downfall to continually taking pins is that you suddenly become less credible as a team or as a faction.
Yeah.
So then it's like, well, okay, yeah, Decay's coming out. I'm really not bothered because they don't win much anyway. So do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
They don't.
Unless you're a diehard Decay fan, then you're not really going to care.
No, but they lose that kind of like, what's that? The awesome scariness about them. There's only so many times you can have them turn up backstage and have the talent be scared, because they're going to the undead realm or something, or that sort of stuff.
It starts to feel like everything they say is just words. because it means absolutely nothing. Because when
Because
they get in the
nothing
ring,
ever comes of it.
because when they get in the ring, they can't get the job done.
No, exactly. Can I just say a quick hello to Surf Wrestling? Nice to see you in the house. Again, Tegan Knox, Dakota K. Are they going to debut at Slammiversary? Oh, that's a good call. That's a good call.
I've seen a lot of news going around about Dakota K. So the name's popped up in quite a few different Impact Wrestling related posts on Twitter and that. So it's interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
And look who's turned
Who
up.
popped in?
Look at that.
Hey, where the hell have you been?
He's finally made it back to his fam. Finally
Damn.
made it. Oh
Welcome
man,
back, you fucking legend.
yes.
Let's get the fucking F bombs fucking going, guys. Fucking hell, let's fucking go.
Right, calm down. Christ, you'll get us taken down in a minute. Jesus Christ, you've got to get these guys under control. Like, you're gonna have to get Mark in a minute if you're not careful. I'll tell you, he'll sort you out.
Can you hear that? No? Let me turn it up for you.
I love Sex Ferguson. He really is. I love Sex Ferguson. That character is so funny. I love it. Okay, so Surf is proper getting involved. Isn't he? He's proper getting involved. Look at that. But yeah, great to see some new people in the house. Great to see some fam in the house. Great to see Lakers back. We haven't seen him for a while, so it's great to see Lakers.
Yeah,
Thanks very much.
always
I know
is.
it's nice to see him live. I know that he does watch the show every week. I know that when he gets a chance. So it is nice to see you live in the house, buddy. Really is. Anyway, Surf. So we've created a new club, Bullet Club. We don't do too sweeting in this house. We've got the Beefalo Club. We've got the horns, the Beefalo horns. Okay, it's the Beefalo Club from now on. So anyway, so yeah, loads of really cool stuff going on. So I think Masha and Havoc, I think that's going to be the match to watch. Like I said, they've been pushing it, so it must be good. It must be good. Then we've got the what is this? The match is like, I don't know, 15 years in the remaking, or whatever you want to call it. Chris Saban versus Frankie Kuzarian. Man, this is going to be a cracker. This is going to be a cracker. I'm actually really looking forward to this one because this is a proper throwback, isn't it? This is a real throwback match. Chris Saban versus Frankie Kuzarian. I'm going to go to the TNA historian, Steve, on this one. What are your thoughts?
Am I the only one who's a little disappointed
In what?
that it's not happening at Slammiversary?
As I said, I have a feeling. I have a feeling, and you won't be disappointed if we get Motor City Machine Guns versus Frankie and Chris Daniels, will you?
As I say, I do hope that it does lead to something, but if it doesn't, then as a one-off match, I mean, well, I say one-off, we know what these two guys can do together. I mean, Kuzarian, the last time he was in Impact last year, still in fantastic shape. Still put on an incredible match, and Saban can still go at a 5-star. So yeah, this is going to be a match of the night contender, and you do have a feeling that it's not going to end clean because you really hope that they can build something of this caliber towards Slammiversary.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And what about you, Joe? What are your thoughts on this one?
I'm looking forward to it. I didn't see that they're a first match together, but even I got this like nostalgia vibe flying back for some reason. It's they both of them with that like old school feel to them. You know it's going to be an amazing match. I think that this could either build to that dream tag team match like we've been talking about, or it could be something to further on the rivalry between Chris Saban and Steve Macklin, which while it'd be great to see Steve Macklin at Slammiversary, then there needs to be I'd rather see him versus Jay White rather than Steve Macklin versus Chris Saban at Slammiversary. I think this should hopefully build onto Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels coming together, and then Alex Shelley and Chris Saban. Because I think that would be fantastic.
Okay. All right.
And it was.
It sounds like I'm the only one that wants to see these guys tagging.
Yeah,
Motor City Machine Guns and,
that's what I mean.
and Bad Influence.
I'm up
Motor
for it.
I said-
I'm up for it. Yeah.
I meant get the Motor City Machine Guns and the Bad Influence at Slammiversary, definitely.
Yeah.
And have
Okay.
Jay White and Steve Mackin facing each other at Slammiversary, because I know Jay White is called out Steve Mackin after their match at Under Siege, I think it was, or the last time they faced off, and there's still so it was unfinished business between Steve Mackin and Jay White, because
I'd like to see Steve Macklin kick the shit out of Killer Cross. That's what I'd like to see. Because Steve Macklin's a fucking real deal, mate.
Yeah. I will say as well on the this that I know we're not a fan of the flashbacks, but I felt in this episode they actually used it to their advantage. You know, they talked about the Saban and the Kuzarian history and how they had a match previously to determine the future, and they then showed that match to give you a history on how this match has come together. That's how the flashbacks, if they're going to use them, should be used.
Definitely.
Yes, I agree. Totally. The only thing I feel is they don't want to show too much of it. I think they should just show. They should like have a highlight cut, a highlight reel of it. It lasts like 60 seconds or something, or a minute and a half.
Yeah,
just like a highlight reel. Yeah, it can't be very long. I think a highlight reel of their match.
A minute tops.
Yeah, exactly. That's all they need. Just highlight reels. And I think if they could do stuff like that, it worked really, really well. But yeah, no, it's all good. And I agree. Lakers back. It's back to where it should be, with Lakers in the chat. That's what we need. Lakers in the chat. Back to normal again. So it's all
been
good.
8 months in the making.
8 months in the making. We haven't seen him for a long time.
Yeah.
But okay, guys. So that's pretty much rounds up our preview for tomorrow night. Like I said, you got the BTI match and obviously the match on Impact Wrestling. I'm looking forward to all of this. I think the next few weeks leading up to Slammiversary is going to be absolutely awesome. And I think I just can't wait. And Anna, what do you mean you're falling asleep? Good Lord, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say, lovely? Anyway, no, I know you've been working hard and you need to get your sleep. Fair play.
Take care of yourself.
Take care, sweetheart. So it's really, really good to see. We've seen lots of people in the chat getting involved today. We see some new people, which is fantastic. We've seen Lakers return, which is great. We've had some fam in the house. J Bones turned up, so we've had a lot of stuff going on this week. It's been a good show. But please, guys, don't forget to head over to the TNI Patreon for exclusive extra content when you sign up, and also make sure you watch tomorrow night's TNI. I'm going to say flagship, but a lot of people keep saying this is the flagship now. We're taking over, boys. We're taking over. But anyway, the TNI flagship Impact Live review directly after the show was aired on Twitch and YouTube. Also, all TNI shows are available for all you listening on the go, guys. I know there's a lot of guys out there like to listen to us while they're running or car traveling or whatever it is that they're doing, where they can't watch, they like to listen. We're also available audio only on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, basically wherever you listen to your favorite shows, we are there. So don't forget to go check that out. Can I just ask, where can we find you on the socials, Joe?
You can follow me on Twitter at JOKEmptyspace. You can jump onto wrestlebuddy.com and jump through the Impact Wrestling archives and check some of my stuff out on there. You can jump onto Facebook, look for #EmptySpace, #TheVoid, or if you wish to tickle your taste buds and your sense of humor and your threshold of tolerance, look for #DailyGiggle and check it all out with an open mind, and you just might keep your sanity.
Okay, fair enough. Surf, she's definitely not a catfish account. She is Violet by design. Go and check her out on Twitter. Steve, where can we find you?
You can find me over on Twitter at SimplySteve311, where I post everything Impact Wrestling related. You can also head over to WrestleBuddy.com under the Impact Wrestling banner to check out all my Impact Wrestling articles. I try to get them out every Thursday, however they're becoming a little less regular now, but keep your eyes peeled and hopefully I'll get another one out soon.
Good. I can't recommend going and checking out Steve's articles enough. They're very well thought out and very well written. Definitely worth checking them out. There's no fake wrestling news anywhere near them. So they're definitely worth checking them out. Find me at Lord Bison 45. I'm fastly approaching 1,700 follows, guys. So if you want to go and head over and follow the Bison, I very much appreciate that. Please take the time to help us out on moving up the rankings on YouTube and Twitch, of course, by giving us a thumbs up. And if you're new to us and you like what you've seen, then please click subscribe. And don't forget to give the bell a tickle, a squeeze, or even a smash to never miss any of the great TNI UK and US teams' great content each and every week, because loads of stuff gets put out, loads of stuff. So you want to make sure you keep up to date with all that. Get subscribed, smash the bell, you never miss any of it. Now, don't forget, if you want to support TNI, now we talked about this earlier. You've got the TNI Spreadshirt store, and also where you get mugs, you get stuff like this. Yeah, this is a cool mug. Look at that bad boy. You can get all stuff like that, but you can also get hoodies and T-shirts and I don't know, loads of stuff. But if you head over to prowrestlingtees.com/total nonstop impact, there is 20% off Memorial Week. Apparently, if you just use the promo code Memorial22, and there's some great stuff on there at the moment. Some fantastic shirts. We've got some new designs on there from One of the Dead. Absolutely superb stuff. Don't forget. I mean, what more can you ask for? 20% off Lord Bison t-shirts. I mean, that's even more beefalo for your buck, right? Get in there, get your Lord Bison t-shirts. 20% off. Like I say, Memorial 22. Use that code. Anyway, with all that said, I've been Bison, they've been Joker, and of course, Simply Steve, and this has been episode 84 of Impacted. Take care, everyone.
We're Bison! We are